Hello, beautiful people. Most welcome to the page here on GBC News. This is where we do chit chat, and this is where we get those who matter when it comes to sports development. Really tell us what is up their sleeves. Today, we're looking at the game of squash. Where exactly are we now as a country? Was it last year or last 2 years? Some good news came to Ghana because the Squash Secretariat will soon be established, if it has not been established yet, in Ghana, because for the first time in many years, a Ghanaian is heading the secretariat, and it was good news, which means that some good women will be coming. And this year, they still continue doing some things that will help popularize the sport. So today, we've captioned chit chat with the squash fraternity as making Ghana squash very visible. How do we do it? What ways can we make squash very, very visible? Because this is a sport that is like a traditional sport. It's been in the country for a long, long time. And it seems that the bourgeoisie is always play squash. Well, I hear that is not correct. But I have the president of Ghana Squash here, but now his capacity has been elevated. He's now the Secretary General for the Africa Squash Federation. He's in the person of Reverend Richmond Quarcoo. Say, thank you and most welcome.
Thank you for having me.
2022, somebody says it's still young, but I see it as it has started very, very well. So it is not young, it is very, very active and vibrant. So first time I'm seeing here, and I hope it will not be the last.
Not at all.
We'll get here. So, okay. Then I have this gentleman full of smiles. He plays squash, and so says he doesn't want to grow. I hear squash when you play, you don't grow old. You're always looking fresh. And he's looking fresh this morning. So I have Addo in the house. He's a board member and also a player when it comes to squash in this country. The players, the people that play squash in this country, if we tell you and you ask yourself, you understand why I said the sport is one of the best sports in the world. We'll put that one aside. Gentlemen, most welcome. And once again, let me welcome you to my studio.
Thank you.
Thank you. You see, I like the way you start confidently and then quietly and smiling. Okay, let me start from you. The last time you played your game, did you win?
I actually didn't progress as desired. Yes.
Yeah. Any special reasons?
Yes, I think that it was largely due to lack of sufficient training.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So have you seen why I tell you that this sport, if they are arguing, they will tell you that it is one of the super sports. Football is beneath them. They claim swimming is beneath them. The rest of the disciplines are under them, and they are number one sports in the world. Rugby people will say they are number one. Football says they are number one. Everybody says they are number one. But squash says it is number one. Interesting. So let me come to the president and now the general secretary, Secretary General. Reverend, where have you been?
Well, thank you once again. I've been around. We've been around with the squash business, trying to elevate, like you said, the sport, trying to help young people, doing a lot of activities and program behind the scenes.
Okay.
That's why you've not been seeing me for a while, but I've been around.
Yeah. So viewers, in a nutshell, you see some of them play the game, and if you are not familiar with it, you ask, what are they doing? Why do you hit a ball on the surface and then it comes back and the ball doesn't look like a tennis ball? So this racket sports, where really does it fall in Ghana's business? You soon see some highlights. These are the ones they played at the Boknan Kim Squash Club. So you soon see it. But I have this soundbite when the Africa president visited Ghana some time back by your executives and your instrumentality. He passed a comment and it resonates every day. And so today that I have the Secretary General here, I'd like viewers to listen particularly and then find out why this year they are doing what they are doing, and you understand and dot your I's and cross your T's. So this is the president of the Africa Squash Federation, Mr. Lucky Mlilo. He was here in the country 2 years ago, if my memory serves me right, but for COVID, he could have stayed more. But let's go and then have a bite of what he had to say about the sport, and then the reasons they are doing what they are doing, and even 2022, why they want to do what they intend to do. So let's go and bring a flashback.
New executive came in. We said to ourselves, we've got a mammoth task, and we are rebranding. We are looking at development plans. So far, we've done well in the few months we've been in office. If you look at the issue of rebranding, we've said everybody is into social media these days. We know the biggest challenge in Africa in terms of squash is resources. We are underfunded in terms of getting resources, especially from the government. You find that most countries do not even have a budget from the fiscus. And what we are saying, we want to work with the corporate world so that we can develop and grow the sport. This is one sport that the Forbes magazine rated as the #1 healthiest sport. And this was ahead of sports like soccer, cycling, rugby, cricket. Squash was #1. So if you are going to put your money somewhere, put it where squash is. We want to see Ghana competing with the likes of Egypt. There's nothing impossible. What the Egyptians have done, they've basically funded squash at a government level, private sector level, and you find in Ghana, 3-year-olds, 2-year-olds already practicing squash. And this is what we basically need.
So welcome back. So that's the Africa president, and when you got here, this were some of the things you were saying. And what caught my attention was that he said the Forbes magazine did some rankings, blah blah blah, and he said the healthiest sports. Swimmers came here some time back and they told me the healthiest sport, the total sport is swimming. Now you are being told that the racket sport that you'll be seeing highlight on your screens is the healthiest sports. Now, Secretary General, you had your president. Is this dream still on? New executives that came in no longer go to bring revival into the sport. Where exactly are you guys now?
Let me first of all introduce you to our slogan. When we say Ghana Squash, we say hit the wall.
Okay.
Ghana Squash hit the wall. So we hit this ball against the wall. All right. Now, so you heard the president of Africa making a very profound statement that squash is the healthiest sport. It is not him who is saying it. It's the United Nations that is saying it. So at each point in time, the United Nations have a wing that look at all sports and determine where they fall. So that profound statement you heard the president making was a statement made by the UN, adjudged by the UN.
Okay.
That squash is the healthiest sport.
Okay, let's do this before we come to. So these are the highlights. This is the sports we are talking about. Maybe somebody hasn't seen it. So, so you hit the ball.
Yes.
On the wall.
On the wall, yes.
And you say it is the healthiest.
It's the healthiest sport.
Now, break it down for the ordinary Ghanaian just in 30 seconds.
All right.
How does this one become
the healthiest? It's the healthiest sport. It's the healthiest sport because this is a racket game. However, it is more of a cardiovascular and endurance sport. When you get on that thing you see on your screens now, in the next between 2 and 5 minutes, your heart rate rises up to the highest level. Within 2 and 5, as they start, of course, you will build your momentum as when you go on. People are more stronger in terms of their heart and endurance. So people who have played for a very long time, it takes time for their heart rate to go up. But for somebody who is a beginner, or who is not a player, you get in the next between 2 and 5 minutes, you'll be asking for an excuse to get out.
In fact, let me add to it. I like to break things down further for many people who have still or are still struggling to understand what my president is talking about. Now, the easiest thing many people will easily know about will be football. So let me just do a little comparison here. Okay. And I have played football and I still play anyway. Now, it will interest you to know that 5 minutes of squash can be equal to about 20 minutes of football. Why? Because you have 22 players chasing one ball. And in this case, you have 2 people chasing one ball, and one person is likely to attack the ball at least 3 times in 1 second. That tells you the movement, the speed, the tenacity, and all that comes with it.
So viewers, the highlights you saw, people playing squash. This is, I want to create that mental picture so that tomorrow when you are encouraging your children or you want to participate in this sport, you understand why See, so they hit the ball on the wall, and we are being told that when you do this in between 2 and 5 minutes, your heart rate will be
telling you.
And the swimmers will come and tell you that when you enter into the pool, your everything is working.
Well, that would be right. I mean, in sports, once it's a physical activity, a movement start, you are working every part of the body. But as to whether in terms of endurance, there are some of the sports which is not an endurance sport.
So,
all right.
Yes, so you've seen it. So, if you really want to enjoy the racket sport, we have the tennis there, we have the table tennis there, but this one too is there. So, and this one, that's why I see. Anyway, the crop of people that play the sport.
Maybe we should invite you one of these days and hand over the racket to you for you to try, so that the next time on your show you can really attest to the fact that squash indeed is the most endurance sport.
Anyway, so this sport, how where have you reached in making it more visible? It's dotted around. If you search for it, you will see it. But how can we make it more visible? Just like the way we are seeing other disciplines people talk about.
All right. So what the National Squash Association have done is that we are doing series of projects.
Okay.
Like you said from your intro, that in the past it's been a sport more for the bourgeoisies and for a certain class of people in society. But now we're trying to make it a mass sport. So we are embarking on series of projects. One of them is the Youth Development Project, where we are introducing the sport in schools. We have we have over 52 courts in Ghana.
52.
So yes,
in Ghana.
In Ghana, yes. So one of the projects for the National Association is to now encourage schools that are closer to the courts, get them to start playing. We're going to be donating rackets to all these, because these are young people. They can't afford to buy the rackets. We have to provide those things for them. So the National Association is putting together some quantity of rackets to donate for schools that are closer to all these courts, get them dedicated coaches from the association who will help these kids so that they can all start playing squash. The other thing is to also encourage women. We have few ladies who play, but we are getting women to get involved, because we have a strong sense of in terms of getting gender to be balanced. All right, so getting more women to also, or young ladies to also get involved in squash. The other thing we're also doing is to start our series of competitions. For some time back, we've not been actively playing series of competitions, but now we are coming back with major events across the country. And I know you are part of us, so you're supposed us to, publicize all those competitions.
Indeed, when the time is right, we'll
yes,
play a part too.
Yes, and then
to make sure that there's sports.
And then in addition to that, within our sub-region, we're going to start some, bilateral and trilateral games that our national team is going to be actively involved in, and also to get involved. For the first time, squash is going to be part of Commonwealth Games. And this is history in this country, yes, in the upcoming Commonwealth Games that will happen in Birmingham.
Really?
Yes.
Whoa.
And so we are doing a lot of projects that would help bring squash up to that level where the other, popular sports are also enjoying.
Okay, let me come to you. You are a board member. Sincerely, what really can we do, or what really, from where you sit? I've been to some corporate institutions like the banking sectors.
That's right.
They are encouraging their staff to play golf.
That's right. Well, so if
you play squash.
Yes. Actually, I must say this, for the corporate institutions specifically, for most of them, it is what is in it for them, right? And I think that it stands out clearly for them to realize that, look, if you have a far healthier working force, that becomes a savings to the corporate entity we are talking about here, right? And you are talking golf, that is walking, right, and a few little sparse exercise here and there and all that. But for squash, it is active, consistent, continuous panting of the heart and sweating.
So you see, the banking sector and the rest, they've been able to convince themselves that the best way to network is to play golf, de-stress, because that makes you really a man. According to them, you kick the ball and you write that I kicked 5 times. So to even build your sincerity and everything, you play it yourself and come and mark it and tell us you won or you did not with your colleagues. They feel that this is one way that can help them when they're under pressure, so they don't add zeros to take zeros out and stuff like that. They are calm when there is pressure. They've been able to sell this idea until everybody wants to play golf. You are in the sport. You know that this one is a gold mine. As a board member, as a member, how are you going to convince your colleagues to also convince people that indeed golf is there, the rest are there, but this one is another one that will not worry Ghanaian doctors anymore, nurses anymore. Make sure that the money you use to go and buy those drugs, you keep it down. What can you really do? What are you guys doing to make sure that they take a second look at it?
Actually, thank you so much. I think that there are many players today of squash who will attest to the fact that their medical doctors have told them to continue doing what they have been doing,
including
though these
the CEO
doctors
of data bank.
Exactly. Thank you. Though medical doctors, in fact, in our part of the world, many don't even know the game of squash.
Okay.
One old man told me that his doctor told him that whatever you are doing, continue doing it, don't stop. Why? Because he's realized that within a very short while, there's been that tremendous improvement in the cardio system of the patient, right? And this patient is a squash player. Now, the reason why we are even here the more is also create the visibility, especially to corporate entities. In the 1980s, we saw this happening so well. What we are saying is that we want to revive it and even do it far better. But for COVID, we would have started about 2 years ago. But what we are saying is that this is an opportunity for a win-win scenario for managements of all corporate institutions, as well as for the whole populace, their staff members, and also for the whole nation. Why? Because this is also a very nice opportunity to bring in the much needed revenue we've always been talking about through sports. And we have the champions here. We just need to begin giving them the opportunity to show face. And then the corporate institutions can then see the very advantages they were looking for. They would realize it all. Within a very short period of time, you would realize that this is really where to put your money.
Okay. How expensive is this your sport?
It's not expensive. I mean, depending on your level. You know, in all sports, like in other sports, if you want to play squash, you need a racket and a ball and your usual trainers.
So the rackets, do you have different? The one they used to play the normal tennis?
No. It's a different type of racket, a bit smaller. The shape is also different.
Okay.
And it range from 150 Ghana all the way to about more than 1,000 Ghana. So depending on your level, you know, more professional players may need, you know, fiber kind of rackets to play, and those ones are expensive. But if you want to start, the cost of racket range between 150 Ghana all the way to about 1,000 Ghana. And so depending on your level.
Those rackets are available on the
market.
They are available.
When
you go and say you want a squash racket.
They are available. I don't want to advertise.
No, I just want to know so that when somebody is watching and really goes out, okay, I need a racket, you just go and pick any and come.
It's not difficult to get at all. If you get on any of these squash courts, you will find some.
Okay.
Yeah.
I chanced on it and I realized that this year there are a series of events you want to do. The first one is an umpiring course. So this is the poster that is making rounds. So walk us through. You are the Secretary General. How crucial is this course? Is it a certification course? Is it an opener introductory? What really is it, and why is it crucial? Why Ghana for a start?
It's very important for us because you see, sport development have many elements.
Okay.
So if you are looking at sports development, you are not looking at only the athlete. You're looking at the athlete or the player.
Okay.
You're looking at the coach who imparts the knowledge. And you're also looking at the officials who will officiate the matches, who know the rules and they will officiate the matches.
Okay.
So as part of our strategy to develop squash in this country is also to develop the umpires, the referees, so that they know the rule and can apply them during the competitions. All right. Not only the umpires, but even the coaches, they need to know the rules well to teach the kids or the players they are training that this is an offense in this sport. This is a fault in this sport. Then the players will be abreast with the rules of the sport. More especially, we've applied to be part of African Games. Yes, we have applied to be part of the African Games. In the event that we are considered to be part, we don't expect umpires or referees to be brought from, Europe to come and officiate our matches here in Ghana. So as an association, we are going ahead of time to train certified umpires, and this will be done in collaboration with the World Squash Federation and the African Squash Federation. So we have an expert who is coming. Dr. Mlilo is coming again.
Okay.
He is a resource person.
So this is the gentleman we're talking about. He's coming to come and really help do it. So everybody will get opportunity to learn. So even if you don't know the sport, you can come over and come and learn. So the date is 19th to 20th of February. Just around the corner. Okay. So, in terms of registration, how do you register? Who qualifies to register?
Anybody want to be part of,
if I don't know how to play,
you learn. So we are even inviting sports masters and PE teachers to be part of it.
Okay.
Remember that in every sport, you have people who are enthusiasts, people who are, let's say, former players, and they want to be part of the officiating team because now they are not that active to play or to participate in the sport. We have invited everybody. We also need neutral people in this phase, so that you don't have people who are compromised. They have their favorites already among the players, and they will make a determination as to who wins a point or not. Once you have so you may not be a squash player, but if you are interested in this sport, you can come and you'll be taught the rules or the rudiments of the sport, and you can officiate. Once you are certified by the African and the World Federation, you can officiate matches.
Okay, as a board member, people will come in. So in this country, there is this notion, free. Some people believe that free is not good. So pay, and get it. So how is it going to be like if somebody watches us and says, okay, I want to just participate, I want to broaden my knowledge? How much?
I think that to begin with, we must all understand that there's nothing free under the sun, right? If you see free anywhere, you should understand and ask yourself, who is gaining from that, right? Okay. Now, under this circumstance, is a 50 Ghana cedis for participation. Okay. Of course, official certifications will be given for attendance and participation.
So wait, is it for male? There are days that people do stuff and say, okay, for ladies, it is half price. For men, you are having the muscle, so you pay this. Or this one is only for men, and blah blah blah. In terms of the gender balance stuff, how is it like? Well, ladies to pay the 50 or any participant?
Well, so we left this open for every participant.
Every participant.
Yes. So and the price has been slashed down so well to be able to encourage all others, including non-squash playing body, to also come and learn the rudiments of coaching and all that. So it is a must-attend program for all. Yes.
Where do we get the forms? How do
you can, if you can allow me, let me just put a number out there so that anybody who is interested can call that now for the registration.
Let's do it first.
So it's 0244 899855.
Please again.
0244 899855. This is the contact number of the Secretary General of the National Association. If you call him, you just have to register and book your place to attend this.
So all important with this social media craze system now, aside the number, is there another
aside the number, you can find us on social media. We have a YouTube channel, Ghana Squash Association. We have a Facebook channel as well, Ghana Squash Association. You can find us there.
The details will still be
there. The details will be there.
Either you go on Facebook, you go on YouTube, or you contact the Secretary General. The Secretary General last time.
Okay, so for the last time, let me put that there. 0244 899855.
Okay, we are in Accra.
That's right.
We have 16 regions.
That's right.
GBC is nationwide. People will be watching us from the north, northeast, Bono, the new regions. If they really want to be part of this, when will you get to them? I know this is Accra.
Yeah.
Is it fully Accra?
No.
Are you breaking it down? How are you going to do it?
Actually, they have plans far advanced towards making this an opportunity for all those who are unable to attend, even for those who are not able to attend but out of Accra but stay in Accra. Why? Because we are looking at having such programs also in Ashanti region and in the upper parts of the country. So very soon they would all be hearing from us.
Okay, great.
That's right.
So before I let you go, is the NSA, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, aware of this one and the possibility that squash should be part of the African Games, and the fact that the Ghana Olympic Committee understands, the International Games Committee understands that squash is going to be part of the Commonwealth Games?
Sure, we've informed them in respect of the umpires training. So, and that's why we are holding it at Accra Sports Stadium, at the media center, to be specific. In respect of our application, yes, we've applied officially. Both the World Squash Federation, the African Squash Federation, and the Ghana Squash Federation, in collaboration, have applied officially to authorities. So the LOC is aware, Ministry is aware, and NSA is also aware. We're only hoping that we'll be considered. And once we are considered, we can progress with our plans.
Okay, so viewers, we're talking about squash, and again, I want to state it on a fact. Based on the research, we have been told that squash is the healthiest sport. And so, if you're a lady out there and you really like swimming, you like the rest of them, please come and try this one too. So you draw the line. If you don't want any giddy sports, you don't want any contact sport. This one, I don't think it was in a contact sport.
No, it's not a contact sport.
So you calculate, and then there will be, before you check out from the studio, as a board member and then a member, you play. Look at how fresh you look like. So, what are you telling your friends who are still trying to convince themselves to come to your sport? Why should 2020 be the year for squash?
Well, most importantly is the fact that we should remember that we are still in the days of COVID, and we've come to understand, I mean, we've not known all about COVID, but we've come to understand that building a great immune system is the first step towards attacking COVID. And one of the easiest sports to think about, to use for this opportunity, is to come to play squash. What I'll tell my colleagues, my friends out there and all that, is to just come to the closest squash court close to you and try it. Squash guys are the nicest people you would ever meet on earth. They are the nicest. Why? Because the game is too stressful for somebody to go and suffer all that stress with a drenched shirt, come out and still smile at you and invite you inside to play with you. It takes so much effort, psychological strength to do this. And I keep saying that take advantage, just try it. Just try it.
So is it Shabri people that play?
Of course.
So meaning that the rest cannot play?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Everybody can play squash. What I think what he's trying to say is that it helps our mental.
Yeah, I understand. I just need the legs. So everybody can play.
Everybody can play. And I want to take a different angle. He's talked about inviting people to come and play. I want to go the angle of sponsorship and assistance.
Okay.
We need a lot of sponsors and partners to help us develop this sport. There are a few corporate organizations who are helping us. We are in talk with others who are also trying to assist us here and there. But we are appealing to all other corporate organizations who we are coming to. Even if we've not been to you and you want to help us, you can call.
So, for instance, the telcos can do this. Let's say,
sure,
we can see an MTN championship,
sure,
Vodafone championship,
sure,
a Tigo championship.
Sure,
they'll go to the banks,
sure,
and like the way we have the Cowbank Classic,
sure,
get squash classic for
sure.
All of them,
and we have different competitions. We have junior competitions, we have senior competitions,
so
we have masters, we have
each category. Can come and take some.
Any corporate organization can come in and take one of the projects or one of the programs or competitions and sponsor those programs. Those who want to do an event for us, we are ready. Those who want to partner us for a period of time, for a year, 2 or 3, we're also ready to partner with them and develop the sport.
Okay, quick one before we go ahead.
In fact, I'm sure people are now beginning to think about the budget and all that. If you care to know, it doesn't cost too much to sponsor the game. You could even look at probably 1/5 of what any average company will use to sponsor football. Is good enough for squash.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. So squash, IFO. Squash.
Squash. Hit the wall.
So squash, we are hitting the wall. Please join us. Let's raise the profile and specifically this training course. Try and be part of it. Thank you very much. That's been the page. Anything squash, we'll try and give you an update any day, anytime. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Board Member, for passing through. Have a lovely day, and you also enjoy the rest of our programs. Bye for now.